right, Melissa is changing hats. I'm going to come back to our Pinterest segments, which are always a ton of fun. And so what was the newest project you found for us?
Well, this is just a way to kind of personalize items in your house, in your food pantry, anything you're looking for. It's called Chalkboard Paint. You see it everywhere now. A lot of people, you know, paint a big board and then leave household duties on there.
We have a huge one in our house, and we've actually had it for 5 years, so it does last. This is chalkboard paint, and it's been our calendar, and every month we just wipe it down and then recreate the calendar.
And that's exactly the nice thing about it, is it's not permanent, so you can continuously change. It's like having a paper and an eraser and a pencil. You can constantly change what you're doing or what you're making or anything. So the two items that I wanted to show today was personalizing your wine glass. I don't know how many times you have people over, everybody has their glass of wine, and they're on the table, and you're like, which one's mine? And you're trying to compare lipstick smudge on top of it. Well, instead of lipsticks, we have chalkboard paint. So what you could do is you could just make a little design, and then you can write your name in the chalkboard paint. So that's the easiest way. So I made you a personalized wine glass.
Thank you. I got one for you on it.
And now I know some people aren't as creative, where they're going to look at this little, you know, cloud type shape and think, oh my goodness, I can't do that. I'm going to put you to an easy task. Because I know you don't like crafts as much. Yes. So what you're going to do is you're just going to paint the stem.
Okay.
You're just going to go around
like
the
this.
bottom, just like that, little strokes across, and that's the black chalkboard paint. You may have to open it. I think that's the lid on there.
It was, but I thought there was enough there for me to use.
Another option that I love chalkboard paint for is your mason jars. I don't know about you, but when you're baking, sometimes you like to label things. You're doing a great job. You need two coats anyway, so that's going to have to dry overnight, and then the next day you want to paint it again. Then you want to let it cure for 24 hours before you write on it. So it's a couple days process. And back to the mason jars. So these ones here you can have in your home. You can have like tea, coffee, flour, sugar, and then you can label them. So the nice thing is if you take tea out of here and you change it, you just can wash it off. Another simple and easy way to do mason jars, a lot of people use them for baking, like storing pickles or making jams or anything like that. You can just paint the lid. So then you don't have to worry about washing the jar, because you're probably going to put the jar through the dishwasher. The lid, you don't have to, you can just rinse it off. So that's what we're going to do for the second project today. See? You did a great job.
So you'd need a couple coats.
You do, yeah. So you're going to let that dry overnight. Tomorrow you would do your second coat.
I'm going to do around the edges too, just to add my own little touch to it there.
Perfect. See, look at you. You're very into this.
I'm always into it.
And then you let it dry overnight tonight. Do your second coat tomorrow, and that'll be enough of the paint that you need. And then from there, let it cure for about 24 hours before you actually write with chalk on it, because it could scratch off. So you really need to let it set in there.
Now what? Do I put this down on the black table?
Just be careful not to get the chalkboard paint all over you. I do have it all over my arms and stuff after I tend to paint. But yeah, how simple is that? And it looks
Where would you find
cute.
Just and then you're really good at finding these items at where?
Walmart is where I found the chalkboard paint. The hardest thing to find was the chalk. I had a hard time finding chalk this year, but we did find some chalk, so it worked out well.
Really, those are the two things you need.
Yeah.
And these ones, just know that it's a couple of days in terms of from start to finish, having the right amount of coat on there.
Exactly. That's exactly it. And now you have a personalized wine glass.
I like this one.
See, now you don't have to worry which one's yours.
It totally makes sense, because you're always looking for the little gadget or whatever you have on there.
Yeah, the little beads. So yeah, this is just another option. It looks really cute.
It does. Great. I love them.
Thank you.
You can always check out more, because you have your Pinterest page as well. People can see all your little projects.